wearing a ski mask and put the gas in the car. It's 4 a.m. and we're driving down the highway with a bag full of money, dirty laundry. Don't think I'm running this time, but I've been losing my mind. The cryptic thoughts of a criminal, all from a girl that's not mine. Oh, and there's a black and white man, hooded jacket in a chariot. Average height, not NBA, you sure he is? I'm positive, I know. I know. Oh, and then they try to ask the girl I'm in love with, what's my whereabouts, and have you had a call or been in contact? Can we find them right now? Right now. She said, I don't know. I told her, tell the cops to come, stop looking at the door now. Right now. Then she said, officer, can you leave your number? Cause I'm actually really busy right now. Picks up the phone and says, he's not my neighbor no more. Take off my jacket and ski mask and start regretting my actions. It's 5 a.m. and we're rolling around for $300, couple 40s in the brown paper bag. Don't think I'm losing this time, but I've been losing my mind. The cryptic thoughts of a criminal, all from a girl that's not mine. Oh, and there's another weird description. There's a third guy in a runner suit. Could've swear I seen him here before, but I'm not positive. I know, I don't know. Oh, and then they try to ask the girl I'm in love with if she loves me back, and have you had a call, and would you speak about a guilty man now? Right now. She said, I don't know. I told her, tell the cops to come, stop looking at the door now. Right now. Then she said, officer, can you leave your number? Cause I'm actually really busy right now. Picks up the phone and says, he's not my neighbor no more.
Run free, boy, run free. That's what I would've said to the young me. Sometimes I feel I grew up just a little fast. Sometimes I wish I was the old me. I still pour it up and keep it lit with the friends that I came up with. Smooth sailing like we on the ship. We don't worry about it. And we don't worry about it. So don't you worry about it. So don't you worry about it. packs and VCRs, snapbacks and first cars. Ooh, what a feeling. After school we get aboard and round the crew like all aboard, skating till the sun down, grab a chicken, fool around. Fake IDs and hit the town, hit the blunt but we don't hit the ground. Planning a vacation over New Year's but we barely had the money to go have some Nike shoe pairs. Never watching TV, no screens but sunscreen, suntans and bikinis. Never watching TV, no screens but sunscreen, suntans and bikinis. Run free, boy, run free. That's what I would've said to the young me. Sometimes I feel I grew up just a little fast. Sometimes I wish I was the old me. I still pour it up and keep it lit with the friends that I came up with. Smooth sailing like we on the ship. We don't worry about it. And we don't worry about it. So don't you worry about it. So don't you worry about it. Hey, growing up we didn't have it all. I used to jump the fence and play some basketball. Instead of sending tweets, I used to send a call. Instead of Ubering, I used to walk up to the mall like, hey, hi, gap it from security. Cause we like tomorrow purity. Yeah. But man, it's just the way it went. Some of the best years I ever spent. Going halves on a box, like it actually mattered. I could barely take a shot. All that really mattered was the company I got, and everything else was just a hand inside the clock. And now getting Insta famous for a like is not a shock. Snapchat strangers for a boost is all you got. It's funny when the time change, but for some of us it never changed. So don't you worry about it.
Everyone else has left now. I bet that this got you stressed out. Wondering what can we do now? Maybe let it burn out. Where I can't feel my face. Lines twisted in weird ways. Wondering what can we do now?
We now ask you to switch off your mobile phones and stand to welcome our special guests to the auditorium.
Kia kora ki tātou. E te atua ki āta whai mai koe i a mātau ko tatunu nei mō. Mau rā mātau e arahi roto i tēnei kaupapa. Mau anō ki mātau e tautahu ngā wā o te raru koe i nei mātau ka whakamoe me se whakakororia ki tō inga tapu. Āmine. Peke mai rā, kake mai rā, homai te wai ora ki au e tū te huana te moe a te kui ai te pō. Pō, pō i raru ai, papaki tūana ngā tai ki te rei, ngā kā pō, kā wate. E ngā mau ngā whakahi, e ngā wai tukukiri. E ngā hau e whā, e ngā tai e whā, e ngā mātāwaka. E ngā whānau, e ngā konganau mai, haere mai, ki roto i tēnei o tātou wharai tēnei rā. Nau mai runa i te kaupapai whakarite ai, kia hui mai tātou ki kone. O e anō rātua tahi rā, e mihi atana ki nā wāwa e tapukai wānu nui tēnei whakaminenga. Haere mai, haere mai, haere mai. Ka mihi ki a koutou te hunga, kua puta nā ihu i te mātauranga. Haere mai, haere mai, haere mai. Haere mai koutou katoa me nā mate huhua kai nei o koutou pakihiwi e kawea. Nā mate ko tipuri e te māheu heu. Nā mate te tau ka pahuri aka nei. Nā mate o tēnei tau, o tēnei wiki, o tēnei rātonu kai mua i a tātou. Nā reira ko hoki wairua mai rātou. Ki mua i o tātou waroro tēnei rā. Anei tātou o rātou urupa e tangi nei e haku nei mō rātou i a te wākatū taki tātou. Nā reira kā re whakahua huahianga o tātou mate, kei te mōhi o katoa tātou ki o tātou mate. O ko te mea nui, kua whakanui a rātou, i mua i te tīmatanga o tātou kaupapai tēnei rā. Nā reira kia koutou e nā mate, moe mai, oki mai, kāsi ki a koutou. Nā reira, haere mai. E maramana tātou, tēnei mea te mātauranga, hei whakaputa i te tangata i roto i tēnei au hurihuri. O tēnei hangata mātauranga, he hanga mutunga kore. Whānau tunu mai tātou te kōpū o tātou whāia, tīmatana te ako. Tai noa, ki te wā, e tīkino mai e tātou e te matua nui te rangi e ako tunu ana tātou. Nā reira koutou, kua puta nei o koutou ihu. Kia ka hake a mai a kai ngā rā kai mua i o koutou waroaro. Kau ai whakamoea, nā mātauranga kua mau i a koutou. Me tahu tonu nā hi kia korera wai mātautoa. Kia koutou te hunga, tautoko i a rātou, ngā pākeke, ngā mātua, ngā hoa, ngā tamariki. Kia kaha koutou ki te wero tonu i a rātou, kia whaihare tonu i te āhuatanga nei. Nā reira me mutu ake nā kōrero i konei, te mea nui kua whakatauri a koutou katoa ringai nā waihotanga mai a o tātou mātua tūpunu. Nā reira huri noai tō tātou whare, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa kāhuri.
Te rangi mari e tā Tēnā koe mātua. Ko te pai tāwhati, whāia ki a tāta, ko te pai tāta, whakamaua ki a tīna, haumie, huie, tāhiki e. Tēnā kouta katoa, ko Leon Furi toko ingawa. Nau mai, hara mai, whakatau mai rā. I'm the executive lead for Toi Ohomai and Wintec business divisions of Te Pukenga, the New Zealand Institute for Skills and Technology. And it's my privilege to welcome you, our successful graduates, your whānau, your loved ones, and our Toi Ohomai Te Pukenga Kaimahi on stage to this graduation ceremony. Over 10 graduation ceremonies across our rohe will be graduating 3,137 successful graduates from Toi Ohomai Te Pukenga. We are incredibly proud of you. Thank you, one and all, for joining us to celebrate the wonderful achievements of our akonga. Before we begin the ceremony, just a few housekeeping items I would like to draw your attention to. In the event of an evacuation, it will be announced through the sound system. On activation, you'll be requested to evacuate the building immediately and walk quickly and calmly to a place of safety. The assembly points are through these doors, through the front entrance, and either left or right to the adjacent car parks. Follow the instructions of the venue fire wardens and the Toi Ohomai event staff to my left. In the foyer is a screen set up with live streaming of the ceremony. If parents would like some space with their little ones, please feel free to use this area, and our ushers can assist you if needed. The ceremony will last about 1 hour, after which we'll invite you to join us for light refreshments in the foyer. When the ceremony ends, staff on stage will leave first and form a guard of honor for our students, who will then exit dancing through this guard. We ask the audience to remain seated until staff and students have left. Click and Swift is here taking formal photos before, during, and after the ceremony. There is no sitting fee, and the photos will be available to view online and purchase printed copies. Please do not approach the stage to take photos, as this does interfere with the photographer's flash. Please do stay for the entire ceremony, even if you or your loved one is graduating first. Feel free to show your love and congratulations to your loved ones as they cross the stage by way of waihata, haka, or any other means. It's such a special day for everyone involved. We encourage you to show your support, your appreciation, and respect for those graduating. Can I also then ask you to please check if your mobile phones are on silent? Can we all please be standing for the singing of our national anthem? It is my privilege to introduce to you our guest speaker for today, Matt Browning. Matt is the founder and director of Rotorua Salt and Tonic for 5 years, an award-winning digital agency, most recently winning the Digital and Innovation Award at the 2021 Rotorua Business Awards. Founder of several businesses and social enterprises in Rotorua and overseas, Matt's experience includes managing a $5 million profit and loss for multinational 3M, managing a national sales team, and growing a Rotorua-based social network called Young and Local to more than 1,000 young business professionals, which continues to this day. Matt has recently sold his business, Salt and Tonic, to his previous business partner to launch his new business, Triple Scoop. No, it's not ice cream. It's an incubation studio to launch new businesses. Triple Scoop already has customers in New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and America. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to our stage, Matt Browning.
Kia ora koutou. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much, Leon. This is a real joy to be here, actually. I graduated a little while ago, but for me, it was such a celebration, and I remember it fondly, and so I'm really thrilled for all of you who are graduating today. I'm really excited to be celebrating with you. What I wanted to do to start off is probably a little bit unorthodox, but one thing that I love doing is hip hip hoorays. And so what I wanted to do was I'd say hip hip and then you say hooray. I've got some situations here that I want to celebrate of what you might have encountered while you've been studying. So let's cheer those people who might have turned up in their pajamas at class one time when they didn't have enough time to get ready. Can we say hip hip? Okay. What about when you've been reading and studying material and then you turn up for an assessment or an assignment and you've been studying the wrong one? Hip hip? Okay, maybe we shouldn't be celebrating that one. But how about for all of you who've been supported or cheered on by loved ones, who've been tautoko'd, who've been carried by people who've done things for you, made meals for you, or given you help along the way through your uni experience? Hip hip? Thank you, all those people who are here today. It's so cool to see people being celebrated and cheered on. For me, I want to go back to very early days. I want to talk about when I was 11. I had played rep soccer all my life. So every time we had a new season, I got into a new rep team for the year above. And then when I turned 11, they changed the age range. So my team had been the same all the way through, but when they changed the age range, I was the one who was the only person who made the top team. Everyone else was in the second team, because the team who was older than us traditionally were now eligible in our same grade. I felt incredibly lonely. I felt disconnected. I had no idea what I was doing. They even put me in a position that I didn't even know, I wasn't familiar with. And the coach recognized this, and so he gave me a buddy. And the buddy was the captain. And in theory, he was there to cheer me on. He was there to support me. But I distinctly remember in a practice game, I went to kick the ball and missed it completely. Total air ball. And my buddy, the captain, from the other side of the field, yelled out, "Why do you always suck?" And that was it. I quit soccer. I quit it. I didn't play rep soccer ever again. And the funny thing is, that voice had stayed with me for years. Why do you always suck? It wasn't until much later on that I read a blog post called The World's Worst Boss. It says, you are your world's worst boss. If you had a boss who talked to you the way that you talk to yourself, you wouldn't hang around that boss for very long. I know that studying, doing assessments and assignments can be really hard, can be really lonely. And sometimes that negative voice can be really strong. When I set up my first business, I was in Canada, and I'd done so much market research. I had surveyed everything, and I sunk nearly all my life savings into it. But I kept saying to myself, why do you always suck? It hung with me. It stayed with me. And the business failed. I came back to New Zealand really with my tail between my legs, not thinking that, is this supposed to say on? But I really felt like coming back to New Zealand was like a sheepish thing. People knew that I was setting up this business. I told everyone it was a website for ski resorts. I had applied to 20 ski resorts when I was in Canada, and I had to send the same application over and over and over again. And I thought, why don't I just automate this? So I do one application, it goes to 20 different ski resorts. Everybody loved it, but it didn't work. And part of it was my confidence, my ability to know who I was and what I was good at. Well, when I came here to Rotorua, it's now over 10 years ago, I set up my first business, and that tinkered along a little bit. But when we set up Salt and Tonic, I realized what I was good at. I love technology. I actually do love selling, and I love client relationships. One of our biggest turning points was actually when we reached out, an agency in New York reached out to us, and they said, can you build an artificial intelligence photo booth? And I said, no, we can't actually. We've never done that. And I went to my business partner and I said, can you believe it? This agency based in New York reached out to us and said, can we build this? And he said, why can't we? And that question changed the game for us at Salt and Tonic. Why can't we? All of a sudden, we went from making sort of traditional apps, a little bit of websites, to doing artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. It was a thrill. And that project, the artificial intelligence photo booth, that actually went up for a shortlisted with the Webby Awards, which is like the global standard for anything digital, and was shortlisted up against Adobe. And that was a real thrill to be here in Rotorua and seeing that being shortlisted. It was quite an honor. And then, of course, winning the Digital and Innovation Award at the Business Awards last year was a thrill too. But then, yeah, so for me, the thing that I think about a lot is what we're good at. The best thing I've ever been told was about the body and how there's so many different parts that make up the body. You might, I think the phrase was that the hand can't say to the foot, you're not part of the body, and the foot can't say to the hand, you're not part of the body. The eye can't say to the ear, you're not part of the body. We need each of our parts in the body to make up our body. It's true for the things that are external, but also for internal, your hearts, your kidney, all sorts of things that happen that we aren't even aware of that make our body function. And so it's easy for us to look at other people and say, oh, that person's amazing because they do this. I would never be like that person. But actually, for us to function as a society, we need each of us to be doing our bit really, really well. What are you good at? Nail what you're good at and don't try and be like someone else. Trying to compare yourself will actually lead you down a dark hole. But understanding what you're really good at and nailing that is going to be better not just for you, but for all of us. Because we need each of us to be playing into our strengths. As we look at you today, we sit here with pride, with joy. And I don't know what you've gone through to get to this point, but there are many of us who will be cheering you on. We look forward to celebrating your success, both here in Rotorua and overseas. I want to say one last time, hip hip.
Can we hear it for Matt? Hip hip? Hooray. Yeah. Matt, quite simply, you don't suck. And it's so wonderful to have heard your personal story, your journey through life and through achieving success. And you've done that. And you're still a young man and still much to do. And I know your dad really, really well, and I know he's incredibly proud of you. So well done. There's sort of a thread through the message that Matt has given you, and it's about finding inspiration in life. And for you graduating, you need to keep on focusing on finding your place, finding your roles, finding your jobs where you can learn, where you can grow, and where you can develop most. Find something or someone that truly, absolutely inspires you. Join a business that shares your passion, or a business partner, or start one yourself. Find a mentor, someone you admire and respect professionally. Bounce ideas off them. Soak up that information to help your own development as a professional. Have an open heart and an open mind, and you will continue to learn to grow through life. So thank you so much, Matt, for your words. And so we're now turning to the formal part of our graduation today. I, Dr. Leon Fourie, by the powers vested in me by Wintec Toi Ohomai Transitional Lead of Toi Ohomai to Pukenga, doubling up in words there, making sure, do now convene this ceremony to confer degrees and award diplomas and certificates to graduands both present and in absentia. Can I welcome Bart to the stage?
Tēnā koe, Leon. Tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Ko Bart hau, ko Faculty Dean hau. And it's my absolute honour today to have the role to be able to celebrate alongside you and to award the following parchments. Could I please invite Liesl van der Mescht to the stage to present the following parchments for the New Zealand Diploma in Supply Chain Management Level 6. And our first graduate for today's ceremony is Kirsten Johnson. For the New Zealand Diploma in Business Accounting Level 5, Edward Brady. Dean Edewira. G-line floor. Suranga Chamara da Silva Hitarachi. Imora Hita. Danielle Smith. I now call upon the graduates to receive the Bachelor of Applied Management Accounting strand with our first graduate, Rincha Roy. Unati Yoshi. Rihanna Nakora. Thank you, team. Could I please invite Dale Parekowhai to present the following parchments for the New Zealand Certificate in Real Estate Salesperson Level 4. And our first graduand, Shushant Chwala. The graduate for the New Zealand Diploma in Conveyancing Level 6, Rachel Sanford. To receive the parchment for the New Zealand Diploma in Legal Executive Studies Level 6, Caroline Abbott. Danielle DeVille. Victoria Page. Letitia Van Fleet. Thank you, Dale. Could I please call upon Kavita Dudd to present the parchment for the New Zealand Diploma in Networking Level 6. And our graduate is Abnesh Shritna. Awarding the Bachelor of Applied Information Technology, Network and Technical Support strand, our first graduand is Dinesh Yoshi. Antonio Sacadia. Iliana Waga. Thank you, Kavita. Could I please call upon Riley Claxton to present the parchment for the Bachelor of Creative Industries Level 7. And our graduate is Raylene Flavel Hudson. Ebony Ford. Thank you, Riley. Could I call upon Sarge Harder to present the parchment for the New Zealand Diploma in Cookery, Advanced Cookery Level 5. And our first graduate is Damien Edhouse. Prem Modi. Thank you, Sarge. Could I call upon Michael Rodriguez to present the parchment for the New Zealand Diploma in Hospitality Management Level 6. And our first graduate is AJ Kumar. Chulajak Sirewastai. Pulkit Wadha. And now for the awarding of the Bachelor of Applied Hospitality and Tourism Management, with our first graduate, Kalindu Kalahanza Kurarachi Kudulu Arachi. Claude Manuel. Gianna Mascarenas. Alicia Williams Lawrenson. Thank you, Michael. Could I please call to the stage Leah Fears to present the New Zealand Certificate in Commercial Barbering. And our first graduate is Caitlin Officer. Thanks, Leah. I'd now like to invite Tanya Anderson to present the parchment for the New Zealand Certificate in Hairdressing Salon Support Level 3. And our first graduate is Hannah Cassidy. Awarding the New Zealand Certificate in Hairdressing Emerging Stylist Level 4, Carolyn Purdy. Liana Shaxson. Thanks, Tanya. Could I please invite to the stage Jade McCready to present the parchment for the New Zealand Certificate in Beauty Therapy Level 4. With our first graduate, Nikita Alpkere. Jorda Forkert. Sarai Gold. Thanks, Jade. Now I invite Rowena Davies to present the parchment for the New Zealand Diploma in Beauty Therapy Level 5. With our first graduate, Shireen Hooper. Georgia Howard. Tony Johnson. Holly Nixon. And last but certainly not least, folks, Amy Saunders. Thank you. Let's put our hands together one more time for all our graduates. Well, kia ora whānau, and you are now whānau, Toi Ohomai whānau. Well, here we are. What a fantastic ceremony. Firstly, thank you for your patience and your participation in this momentous occasion. You should all be so proud of yourselves as we together celebrate the culmination of your hard work and dedication. Before you leave here as our newest graduates, I want to reflect on the effort it took to get here. And we all know the journey hasn't been easy. The past few years have been challenging, to say the least. There were times where you may have struggled, even doubted yourself, and wanted to give up. But you didn't. You persevered. You put in the hours of studying, the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. You overcame obstacles, and you achieved what you set out to do. Today, you can look back with pride on what you have accomplished and how you have gained a new world of possibilities with your kiti full of new knowledge. You have opened doors to new careers, new experiences, and new opportunities. You have proven yourself and to your friends and to your family, whānau, that you have what it takes to succeed. So on that note, let's not forget the people who have supported us along the way. Your whānau, your friends, your tutors, your student support team. They believed in you, they encouraged you, and at times they pushed you to be your best. They have celebrated your victories with you and picked you up when you fell. Today, we thank them for all that they've done. As you leave today, you take with you the knowledge, skills, and experiences that you've gained. But you also take with you the friendships you have made, the confidence to pursue your dreams, and the determination to make them your reality. So let's celebrate today, for it is a day to be proud of. Let us remember the hard work and the dedication, but also look forward with excitement to the bright futures that await us. And like Max shared with us, you will miss some goals, but you will hit many more. So keep hitting those goals. Be the best version of you. And can I have a hip hip? Whānau, that now brings us to the end of our formalities. And before I call upon Matua Eru to close proceedings, as Dr. Fury has asked, could we please remain seated as our kaimahi and graduates leave the stage through our form of a guard of honour. I thank you for your time today.
Mai anō te paki mō nā tau ira nei. Kia kalaki a tātou. Te urunga tū, te urunga tapu. Te Māori tū, te Māori tapu. Te Māori te whiwhi ānuku tū. Pori te āroto, te whiwhi āroto. Koe nei te Māori whakapiki, koe nei te Māori whakakake. Ko te Māori o ngā ariki, ko te Māori o ngā tipua, ko te Māori o ngā tua, ko te Māori o enei tauira, te Māori o tēnei whakaminenga, ko te Māori e rangi kāputa ki te whai au, ki te ao mārama, whāno, ala mai te toki a haumia, hui e taiki.
Te I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight